Hey, it's your boy Crypto Expat Live, back with another video. In this video, I'm going to answer whether Steppen is dead. So if you're in Steppen, you might benefit from this video, or if you're thinking about joining Steppen, I would watch to the end. Okay, so let's roll that intro and let's get into the video. Welcome back to the channel. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and bell notification, so when I upload my latest vids, you can get notified immediately. Alright, now before we get into the main questions, because I have several questions that I'm going to put up, a lot of people are asking these questions and I'm going to answer them. But before we do that, there is a double energy event which is happening today actually. It's happening in exactly 8 hours and 50 minutes. So it's 12 UTC. And this double energy event is because of they had the AI bot which detects whether people are cheating the system, right? And they implemented this from the last major updates because a lot of people were cheating and they were running software on their computer to simulate running. They weren't actually running or doing any movement at all. They were just running it on their computer. And also, I believe that they had a lot of these farms. People were just farming the mint farming in China. So they've banned Chinese users, and they're trying to get rid of the people that are basically cheating using software. So they implemented the AI bot, and it's kind of like backfired somewhat because a lot of people, including myself, actually legit walking and getting tagged as a bot and losing all the energy. Now I lost 44 energy after a 45-minute walk because the system detected me as a bot when I really actually walked, and this has happened to a lot of people. So a lot of people are kind of very annoyed and pissed off, and they decided to have this double energy event. I mean, there's 800,000 people in Steppen, so trying to go back through all the records and trying to give them a refund on the GST is pretty much impossible. They'll be there for years, possibly years, months anyway. So they've just decided to do this double energy event in the time that the most people lost their GST. And it's kind of complicated how to work. It depends on the energy that you have in your level. Here, so the maximum capacity for 2 you will get 4, for 9 you'll get 18, 15 capacity energy you'll get 20, and then the 20 energy you won't get any, you just remain 20. So the best time to do it, from what I've read in the Discord and from other videos I've seen, is because this is happening in 8 hours and 50 minutes, either drain all your energy before the event starts, or run or walk or whatever you do, jog, during the when the event starts, because you've got a 12-hour window, right? In that 12 hours, actually do your walk and you will refill the energy capacity compared to what you are. So I'm 9, I should get a maximum of 18 during the event. So during the event, that's kind of the key words there. So from my understanding, I am going to wait till it starts in 8 hours and 50 minutes. 8 hours 50 minutes according to my time. Then once it starts, obviously it's going to be, well, it's quarter past 11 now. I'll be running at 8 p.m. at night, walking 8 p.m. I'm not going to do that because, obviously it's dark. So I'm going to wait till the morning, because you've got 12 hours to do this. I'll wake up early, and then I'll do my 45-minute walk. It's still within the 12-hour period, and I should get the 18 because I've got a 9 capacity, right? So that's what I'm going to do. If you want to answer, either leave a comment below or go to the Discord and ask these questions, but from my understanding, that is what will happen. All right, I'll get some scenarios there. So that's a double energy event. It is happening in 8 hours and 50 minutes, or 8 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, so let's move on to the chart. First of all, the GST of Sol is dropped 21% here, that's 65 cents, and here BSC has dropped 42% at 92 cents. So if we go look at max on the GST, the max was, it hit $43 when it first started, and then it dropped, and then it went back up to $28. But now it is, like I said, 92 cents. So it's dropped a lot compared to what it used to be. So just keep that in mind, all right? And then, Sol's the same kind of, it hasn't really, because Sol was the sort of first, this still is now declining. It's declined quite a bit in the last half an hour, okay? But just keep that in mind, because these questions, I'm going to give you my honest answer on this, and then you can decide whether it's something for you or not, all right? So is Steppen dead? This is kind of the first question, is because people always say is Steppen dead. In my opinion, no, it's not dead. It's not going to ever die. It just won't die. But you will have to adjust your expectations. So the expectations of people when they got in, when it was GST on BSC was like $43. Obviously, they used to make that type of money. You think about it, some people were running or walking at 40 or earning 100 GST a day times 40. That's $4,000 a day. So they used to earn that. Now they're only earning less than $1. Okay, so obviously they're earning 40 times less. So the expectations are going to have to be different to what they used to be. So think of it this way. You used to have, remember back in the day, you used to have this, have the monitors, right? And you went from like a 15-inch monitor, those big-ass monitors, then you went to like a 17-inch, then you went to like a 21-inch. Now there's like 27 inches, 32-inch monitors, right? When you step up, you don't go, you're never going to go back because you always want the bigger screen, right? You can fit more on it. When you play games, it's just much more better. If you've got a good graphics card, it just looks so much better, right, than looking at a small screen. Well, it's like that. When you go up to a bigger monitor, you're never going to go back, right? And with this, the expectation of those people that were making, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a day from their GST, now the same GST is not even making them $100 a day. You can't go back. So that's the expectation they have. So you just need to adjust your expectation. That kind of leads me into the next question. Is it a good time to join Steppen? Well, in my opinion, if you research the project and you do your due diligence, right now, if you believe in the project, right now all the actual shoes, the sneakers are going really, really cheap, right? Because every time the GST drops, the price of the sneakers drops. Every time the GST goes up, the price of the sneakers go up. So right now, I would probably wait to see what happens because we had this huge dump and we had updates, and then they released this bot and had dramas with the bot. And right now there's a lot of FUD, and right now it's a bear market, kind of bearish trend, right? I would probably, if I was to look at getting in, and I'd never joined before, I would actually wait, just to wait a little while, see what the what Bitcoin does. If the market turns and it goes back up and starts to get to 40, 50,000 again, then GST is going to go up anyway. Right now we're kind of like at the floor, or it could even go lower because there's so much FUD right now in the Telegram group. So I would just wait, just to see what happens. Okay. Another question always comes up: how fast can I make my ROI back? Well, back in the day, you could get this in less than a month. Now it's going to be several months, maybe 3 months, 4 months, even 6 months. It just depends on when you got in. Now, one of the sneakers that I purchased, which cost me 24 BNB, I recouped some of that, but I'm still in the negative with that particular shoe. So my ROI is going to take longer. Okay, I'll still get it back, but it's just going to take longer. All right, but obviously, if you only got in a week ago and the price is not as dumped as much compared to where it was before, so it just depends on when you got in, pretty much. If you got in and you've already got your ROI back, then you don't really care because you're playing with house money. But if you got in at the top and then it started to go down, then it's going to take you a while. At this, you'd have to run the numbers, but it just depends on what you bought it for and how much you're earning a day. There's different strategies on whether you want to level up and keep going or just cash out on the GST. And I think that's what's happening right now. Everyone's just cashing out on the GST and it's dumping the price. They're not leveling it up. They're not leveling up their shoes and buying gems. Right now, I would say, you're probably looking at anywhere from 4 to 6 months. It just depends on what you buy a shoe for and the price of GST. If the price of GST goes back up, then obviously that ROI will shorten by months. And again, like I said, you have to adjust your expectations. You're no longer going to be earning the sweet $40, $50, $40, $30 at GST. I'm talking about BSC GST here, right? Those I don't think it's going to get back to those all-time highs. But if you still look at it long term, the devs, even in the AMAs have said this. Initially, this is like an app where you can run and you can get paid, right? But always been the expectation has always been to get you fit, and then the second benefit is the money. However, the problem is most people got into this, including myself. I'm not going to lie, right? That I got in there for the money first and the fitness second. So you just need to adjust your expectations because you're no longer going to get those high ROIs. But if you look at it this way, if you make $50 a day and for a year, you're still making $18,250 a year. Now, I don't know about you, but some people that live in, third world countries, that is life-changing money. That's more than, politicians make or people that have a high education, right? Especially in the third world countries. That is very good money. Now, in somewhere like US, Australia, it'd probably just cover a car payment or a house payment. But that's still money that you can earn from walking or running or jogging. So if you look at it long term, someone's going to pay you $50 a day, free money. And obviously you got to recoup your ROI back. But if you look at it long term, that's still very good money. There's your house paid off. Imagine not paying your mortgage for a year. Well, there it is. Okay, that's how you've got to look at it. You cannot look at expectations you're going to become a millionaire overnight. And then another one there, $100 a day for 365 days. There's $36,500. An extra $36,500 a year. There's your house and your car repayments paid for a year. Now, where are you going to get that? That's a second job you have to work, but you don't really have to work it. You just need to exercise, and you're going to get that type of potential revenue. All right, so that is the way you've got to look at it. I mean, if you look at this guy here, I don't know who he is. Oh yeah, his name is Maliki. I mean, he's got a pretty good jogger, level 24, pretty high, and here he ran 10.27 Ks jogger, so he's fast walking fast for 10 Ks. 10 Ks, I'm not going to lie, that's pretty good. I walk 5 Ks and, I'm sweating like a pig. But then again, I'm pretty unfit. So he's doing 10 Ks. He's doing 14,653 steps, which is pretty damn good, right? Obviously, he's got a lot of joggers because he's probably got 30 sneakers. And he's making $266.82 GST. So if we go and have a look at it here, 266, he made $247. Now, he takes some repair costs out of that. But let's just say he made $200, all right, for this. for this session, for this one session today. Now, obviously, he would have, back in the day, he would have been making thousands a day, thousands. But now he's still making $200 a day. And then, you know, we go back to our little slide here. So he's making, what, 36.50 times 2, if my maths is right, 73,000. $73,000. That's a full-time job income, or even more, for just running and walking. You know, I imagine he's probably ROI'd already, because it looks like he's been in this for a while. But still, right? He's making 2.2 GST a minute. That's pretty good. Even at the price of GST now, it's low, but still, that's pretty good. Imagine when it was like $40. He'd be making $80 a minute. So just, it's still good money. You know, you're going out and making $200 for walking, getting exercise. Yeah, still, I don't know about you, but it's still good money. Let's go back here. Probably kind of touched on this one before. Can I become a millionaire with Steppen? I don't have that. Don't think that when you're coming in, okay? Because it's probably unlikely. I mean, you could over time, but you would have to be like the first ones to get in, and you would have had to have like all the really good ones, and you would have had to like buy these shoes and minted hundreds of them. Although I did watch a video the other day, one guy was, back in the heyday of BSC, he was making between $30 to $40 to $50,000 a day from minting BSC sneakers when they were like 30, 40, 50 BNB each. So will you become a millionaire now? In my opinion, you won't. And you shouldn't even have those expectations. Next question. Will Steppen get back to all-time high? I kind of touched on this before. No, I don't think it will get to an all-time high, but I don't think it needs to get to an all-time high. I think if it gets back up to like $10 and stays steady, I think that'd be a really good. I'm talking about BSC here. You know, at the moment it's like less than $1. If it gets back up to $10, I think that'll be really good. Even if it gets back up to $5, that's pretty good. Again, we don't know what's going to happen with the project. You know, there could be a lot of things that can happen in the project in the future, which are going to happen. You know, there's going to be more chains. There's a lot of renting. There's a badge system. There's going to be a DEX. There's tons of stuff happening. It's just right now there's so much FUD, and everyone's just cashing out the GST. But I don't think it'll get back to all-time highs. But again, we don't need to get back to all-time highs. We just need to go back up. And lastly, will Steppen survive? This is a question that people ask because they are kind of like they're worried and they're fearful, and I can understand totally, right? But if you look at this as you look at Axie Infinity, okay, Axie Infinity when it first started, it was the people that first got into that. We saw the news reports on television and on the internet. People literally, in those countries like the Philippines, were buying houses because they got in early and they were just selling their pets for ridiculous, insane amounts of Ethereum. So they got in early. Now with Axie Infinity, because of the hack that they had to that bridge, and it's just less profitable right now. But the mechanics of Steppen and Axie Infinity, they're pretty much side by side. They're pretty much the same. They both have multiple tokens. They both have breeding. The tokenomics are very the same. And some people might say it's a Ponzi tokenomics. It relies on new investors. And I would somewhat agree with them to a certain degree. But then again, all of crypto would be Ponzi tokenomics. And you can even argue, a lot of the financial system is Ponzi related. Even with 401k and our super in Australia, those people that are retiring now, they're only able to retire, and the government is only able to give them money because of people now that pay into super. Okay, so you could argue the argument is there. However, will Steppen survive? Yeah, it will survive, but you're going to have to adjust your expectations. You're no longer going to be able to come in and start making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a day, which you could before. It's just not going to simply happen. So it'll still be here. in a year's time, it'll still be here, but you'll be earning much less. Just like people that got into Axie early, they were making a killing, right? Sometimes some people may become millionaires, but to get into it now, no, because it's just not as profitable. Same with Steppen. When you got into early, people that joined it 4 months ago, yeah, they made a lot of money. Is it profitable now? No. Will it be profitable in another year's time? It'll still be profitable, but it's just going to take you longer and longer and longer to ROI. But if you're already in now, you got to think of it long term. Think of it another year's time. Yeah, you still go for a walk and you're still going to earn money. How much money are you going to earn? Well, that's the question. It's not going to be what you expect. So you need to lower your expectations, but it'll still be around. Of course, it'll survive. There's a lot of people playing this game, and they have a massive community behind it. It's just that it's not going to be what you think. Now, flip that, and look at it as if all those degen projects out there that are promising 1%, 2% a day, do they even last a year? No, they don't. Some of them only last a week or 2 or 3 days, and they're gone. They're rugged. All right. So if you look at something that is out in the open and is in the public, everyone knows who these people are, and there's a big community behind it. These people are accountable, and they have a massive team behind it, pushing this project through, and they have money. So if you're thinking about where would you put your money, in my opinion, it's at least if you put your money in Steppen, you know that they're not going to rug. They're not going to just disappear and steal your money. It's just that you need to adjust your expectations. And even if you get your money back in 6 months, in my opinion, that's still pretty good. What's the alternative? 1% in the bank for a year. That's the alternative, because that's what I'll say to anyone that says Steppen's dead. Well, then go put your money in the bank and get 1%, and then come back and let me know how that feels. So again, I do like Steppen, and I think they've made a lot, but I've also got to acknowledge they made a lot of mistakes, but they're growing. I don't want to sugarcoat anything, but also I want to stay optimistic, and I feel that this project can still move forward once all the FUD clears and people just realize that it is a great way to exercise and great way to get fit. And the second benefit is to make money. Don't put the money first, because if you do, you're going to have the wrong expectations and you're just going to be disappointed. As long as you can ROI and get your money back, and then you got your house money, then it's all sweet. You got nothing to lose, and you can exercise every day and enjoy the benefits of that. All right, guys, that is my video for today. Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.